You know, we love to talk about fashion on this show, and today we are discussing and focusing on a special type of menswear. Here's a little backstory. Recently, I was driving home through Pioneer Square, and I saw a storefront called So Generously. So they specialize in something called bespoke clothing, and I wanted to know more, so we asked them to come on into the studio and share their craft. And so David Pugh joins me now. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us, what is So Generously Bespoke all about?
Well, we make men's formal wear for anybody who wants to wear it, any body type, any gender expression. And we make it in two distinct and important ways. One way is made to measure, which is where we work with our maker who makes it overseas for us and sends it to us almost complete. And then we are able to tweak and perfect it in our shop to get it to fit perfectly. And that makes the process accessible to a wide range of people and a wide range of price points.
Right.
And then we also make bespoke clothing, which is where we make it from top to bottom in our shop by our own hands.
And I don't know if you can see the details on the TV, but I mean, just the buttonholes that seem to be hand trimmed. I mean, everything is just beautiful. How long does it take to make a bespoke suit?
It takes around 250 hours.
Woo. Oh my gosh. And is this something that it is really special because this is yours? This is something that you had made for you. You have the rest of your life, hopefully. I mean, you could take it out and take it in, I'm assuming.
Yeah, exactly. There's some room to let out to take in within reasonable ranges. And it really is something special. I like to think of the process of bespoke as a conversation between the tailor and the cut of cloth and the person who the suit is being made for.
This is a dream. All right, let's get to some of the beautiful clothing that you have other than the suit that you're wearing today. First, we have Ray in one of the most beautiful suits I've ever seen. They are wearing a dark green suit. Tell us about this amazing.
So this dark green suit is from Vitale Barberis Canonico, is the fabric mill. They're out of Italy. Been around since 1663. They're the oldest fabric mill we work with. And the vest underneath is from Rada, a gorgeous suit that Ray had made to wear to a friend's wedding.
Oh my good, look at the lining inside. That is such a nice detail. It is those details really that make the difference, do they not?
Absolutely. It makes it a lot of fun.
Ray, you look fantastic. What an incredible suit. Thank you so much. I think you mentioned wedding, and I know that my partner, when it came to our wedding, did not get a custom fit tuxedo, and it looked terrible. I feel like a tuxedo is something you should invest in, right?
Absolutely you can, yeah. And it comes down to each person and what their desires are. We're seeing a lot more suits for weddings these days, but tuxedo is a really special touch and something that can be made very unique indeed.
And it's something that you will have, again, for a lifetime that you can wear to a variety of occasions. And look at the lining on that one. Yeah,
so this is Ramon, who's wearing our, this is the Dorme Celebration collection in a, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it's actually a navy checked pattern with a silk and wool facing on the lapels. And absolutely gorgeous material. Ramon wore this for his own wedding.
Oh, well, congratulations, Ramon. You look amazing. That is an incredible outfit. I've always wanted a lady's tuxedo, or a tuxedo to fit me, and you said you do all genders, everyone is welcome, and that's kind of an experience that anyone can have, you say, right?
Absolutely, yeah. The one caveat I would put on that is that we do menswear style, so if you're looking for something frilly and fluffy, it's probably not going to happen in our shop, but if you're looking for something that looks like a menswear suit that's going to fit you really nicely, that's what we do.
That's what I want. All right, excellent. All right, next we have Aiden in a navy window pane suit. What is a window pane suit?
So this is an interesting one because the window pane is very extremely subtle in this suit. And I love this because the suit itself is a navy and it comes across as quite a navy. This is from Dorme's Millennial collection, by the way. The suit itself comes across as a plain navy, but when you get in close on it, you can see there's this very faint pattern. And I'm not sure if it'll show up on camera, but it's what we would call a shadow stripe, except in this case, it's shadow squares, making this window pane pattern.
And are you wearing suspenders with that? Oh, that is, okay. That has got some extra flair style. I love that.
We're seeing a lot more suspenders these days than we used to, and it's a very fun touch to add a lot of pizzazz to an outfit.
Because a suspender, what was the initial, I guess, function of a suspender was to keep pants up. But when they're coming to you, you don't need that because you're making sure it fits perfectly.
Well, it depends entirely on where you want to wear your pants. So if some gentlemen like to wear their pants a little higher than their waist, and in that case, suspenders can do a lot of work to hold them in exactly the right place for you. They're also extremely comfortable. They're much more comfortable than a belt because they don't grab onto your waist.
Yeah.
They just allow your pants to kind of hover.
I really also like that Aiden has paired this with a satin. That's like a satiny shirt. Like a silk shirt.
Yeah, this is a tie silk shirt from Silvio Fiorello, and I'm not sure if we can get a shot on Aiden's shoes as well, but they are quite special.
Oh my!
Aiden's shoes come from another shop down near Pike Place Market called Liolo Shoes, and they were custom made for him. She makes her shoes right here in Seattle, so very much the same vein as us.
Oh my!
They're made with a Holland and Sherry wool tweed inlay. And absolutely gorgeous. Big shout out to Leanne at Liolo Shoes. She's amazing.
Everything you're mentioning today is like a bucket list item for me. I also really like the way that the necktie was made.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
All right, thank you, Aiden. Finally, we have Hannah in a burgundy duster coat.
Yes.
So this is a fun thing you also do.
Yeah, we can do kind of a large variety of styles within the menswear realm. This is, again, from the Celebration collection from Dorme. And once we get in close on it, you can see a little bit of shimmer there.
There is.
It actually has a gold material woven through it that gives it this lovely subtle sparkle.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love this material. It's very showy, it's very glitzy, and it's very fun. And to have this much of it on one person makes a big statement, which I really love.
I do.
Yeah.
Everything you've shown us is amazing. Hannah, you look absolutely fabulous in that coat. I have to say that, I think we forget that this is how clothing was made up until, I guess, the turn of the century, right?
Yeah. A lot of clothing these days in menswear is made with glue. And
it is?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you think of like an iron-on patch or something like that, that's how the front of a suit coat is made for the most part these days. And we don't allow that in our shop. We only allow the suits to be stitched together. So when we stitch it in our shop, we're doing it by hand almost entirely. When we make it the made-to-measure route, there's a little more machine work done, but it is quite a bit by hand as well.
Okay.
And only gorgeous construction.
Well, I can imagine that this is definitely an investment, but what a way to give someone a gift that lasts forever, especially if somebody who's graduating or getting married or just, something that you really have always wanted. How can people make an appointment, get a hold of you? Yeah,
the best way is to visit our website, which is sewsogenerously.org. So sewgenerously.org, to be clear. And there's a link on our website to book an appointment. We're booked fairly far out, usually.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good to know.
But get in there when you can.
And you do gift certificates, I'm sure, as well.
We do gift certificates. They're gorgeous. They come with a wax seal.
Oh, okay, fancy.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're
it was
welcome.
a pleasure learning about your craft today and seeing all the incredible, beautiful art that you have created for us to wear. Thank you.
Thank you. What a pleasure to be on your show. Thank you so much.
It's been an honor for us.